Now, I used to think about beliefs all wrong until I realized there was two huge things that I figured out. And once I figured those out, I was able to start really working on changing my limiting beliefs. So if you're interested in that, let's do it. Let's do it right now. What really got me going on beliefs was a book called The Nature of Personal Reality. If you haven't read it yet, it's fantastic. And in it, it's a part of the Seth material. And Seth talks about that really we create all of our reality, and we create our reality based on our beliefs. So what we believe creates the reality around us. And I hadn't really started looking at beliefs up until that time, because really, to me, the contents of my head were basically just thoughts and facts, right? And that's the first problem about how I used to think about beliefs wrong. I didn't even look at beliefs. I didn't even see them. The contents of my head were just thoughts and facts. Now, thoughts, of course, they're constantly in and out, right? I think the latest study actually says there's only about 6,000 thoughts that fly in and out of our head every day. That's a lot, right? Constantly changing. You get that process, right? You're thinking about this, you're thinking about that, about your birthday, somebody else's birthday, what you want to eat for dinner. Okay. But from there, the rest of it we tend to look at as just simple, incontrovertible, rock solid facts, right? And that, of course, includes, things like the ocean is blue, mountains are high, and the sun shines down, and I feel great when the sun shines down. But it wasn't until I read that Seth book, The Nature of Personal Reality, where I started taking a look at beliefs. And this was about the same time that I wanted to start writing, because I really kind of enjoyed writing and I wanted to start writing. But all of a sudden, this fact came up in my head. I can't write. Oh, you can't write? You can't do anything like that. You certainly can't write a novel. You can't write a screenplay. You can't get anything done like that. You just can't. And it started finally coming together that was a belief and not a fact. And according to Seth, that's the way I was creating my reality. So that in essence, the belief that I had that I can't write was creating the reality around me that I didn't even want to attempt it, didn't even want to try it. Now, but at the same time, I also realized the kind of new definition for myself of belief, that a belief is really just a thought stuck on repeat. A belief is a thought stuck on repeat. It's simply a thought that we've been telling ourselves for years and years and years. And really, when you come to understand all this stuff, the original beliefs that are inside of your head came to you through your parents and your siblings and your friends and all of this. So that ends up, what we think is fact inside of our head is mostly thoughts from somebody else. And that'll kind of wake you up really fast. But the thing is once you realize that a belief is a thought that you just simply repeat over and over again, it's stuck on repeat inside of your head because you've built that habit, you realize that at its heart, a belief is just a thought. And remember those 6,000 thoughts in a day? How quickly can you change a thought? Yeah, really fast. You can change a belief. You can change a belief. It'll take some work, and we're going to get into that in a lot of these other videos. But the thing to understand is, you first of all have to take a look at that first item, which is the things that you think are facts in your life. I would probably say that 90% of those are really beliefs. And once you start looking at them as beliefs, and they're just thoughts stuck on repeat, you start to question a lot more, and you start to find a lot more in there that you don't like, the limiting beliefs. And you decide, the hell with this, I'm going to change it. Because I want the life that I want to live. I want the thoughts inside of my head that I choose, not the ones that were kind of like just poured in there when I was a little kid. So that begins the process of change. You get to do that. Your thoughts, you can change. Your beliefs, you can change. That's kind of powerful, isn't it? When you finally start to realize that. When you start to realize what beliefs really and truly are. And that gives you power to choose then what you want inside your own head. And now, if you're kind of interested in figuring out how the hell do I do that? How do I change those beliefs now that I know that they're there and that they are changeable? take a look at the video here. Wherever it's going to be, it's somewhere around there. It's basically how you can use my guided meditations or anyone's guided meditations to change the beliefs that you've got into the ones that you want. Love ya.